welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for the 500 subscribers.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's really encouraging. Glad to see that more followers are actually getting added to our channel. So thank you.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. So today, Alex will
go ahead and basically go around the property and tour you guys around. So let's go ahead. All right, guys, so we're gonna make our way outside. So on our property, there's a bunch of fruiting trees. Not only that, there's actually a bunch of flowering plants. I'm not sure if this actually has some sort of scent, but this bush becomes like all covered with these types of flowers. And there's this one here as well. For those of you guys who know what the names of these plants are, feel free to comment down below because I honestly don't know. So there's this one that's actually, I'm not sure if this is considered a tree or a bush, but it produces these white flowers. And at night, these flowers becomes pretty scented. It almost smells like jasmine. So as we move over here, if you look really up there, this whole tree here, this whole tree is actually a mango tree. And if you look over here, it's actually starting to fruit. A lot of the fruits on our property are starting to fruit this time of year. And one of them is the actual mango tree here. And right beside it is a Chico tree. The fruit is called Chico, and if you look right over here, this is one of the fruits. This is actually one of Molly's favorite fruit. When you open the fruit, it's brown colored as well, and when you start eating it, it has similar texture to kiwi, which is a bit grainy, but it's much sweeter. So that's how many fruiting trees do we have right now so far? We got 1, 2, and the third one over here is called an atis tree. It's actually bearing fruit as well. So if you look right over here, so we got one atis, and there's a couple that's actually growing there. And I think this one's almost the right size, so we'll go ahead and pluck this one out. There we go. So we got an atis fruit. I guess I'd say most of the family members, because I for myself like this one. Molly and her mom actually loves this. So yeah, one more fruit that the family's enjoying here on our property. So, and as we move down here to my right, on this side of the property, you'll notice some ornamental plants here, and right over here is local chili pepper. You'll see it's actually bearing a couple of small chilies there. Right, so these are, I'm not sure if it's called bird's eye pepper, but again, guys, if you guys know better, feel free to comment down below because we're new to the property, we're new to the Philippines, and we're slowly learning the things that are around this property. And this is one of the things that we've actually loved. That's why we went ahead and purchased this property. Just a quick history about it. This property belonged to Molly's grandfather, and it's been in the family for quite some time. And right here, these are new moringas that we've just planted because we're actually propagating these trees so that we're able to harvest the leaves, and because of its multitude of benefits that comes with it. We could use it as tea, we could actually use it in stews and all that. So yeah, this is a very good tree to have around your property. I planted these like about a day or two ago, and they're starting to recover. So we got one more here, and this tree here that's actually It's all leaves, but with some flowers. But according to my mother-in-law, it has medicinal purposes. So apparently if you actually boil the leaves, this actually helps for stomach aches and whatnot there. And well, right down here is another chili plant. And as we move here, so this whole tree is called sariguelas. It produces the fruit sariguelas. And if you actually go over here, this is one of the fruits. So it starts off green and then turns out becomes reddish, purplish once it's ripe. I never had the opportunity to taste this, so I might just grab that one and sort of, you know, it's kind of high, but
You wanna use this one?
let's try to grab the fruit here and have a quick taste at it. Oh. So there we go. We got a sariguelas fruit. My first time trying this fruit. Hopefully, let's have a look.
That's good, right?
That is good.
Yeah, we really like those ones.
Very sweet, but yeah, it does have that small sour kick to it at the beginning, but definitely very sweet.
Can you
Wow.
show them?
Look at that. And look at the actual juice. And that's what we're loving down here is all the fresh food, all the fresh fruits that we're able to get just around us.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna slowly develop this property to make it more fruitful and basically start growing organic food around. So here goes Molly here. I'm just gonna Molly's turn to have a taste of that fruit.
I haven't had this for a while, so so good.
Look at that. She just took the whole fruit in and didn't leave me anything. So we'll move down here. And right over here, we got a bunch of moringas. One more thing. This thing here that's actually growing, there's a bunch of this that was planted on the property. And yes, lots of ants around. So this thing that's actually growing and vining around, and if you look on the soil surface as well, we purposely planted these sweet potatoes. So there's a bunch of them, and we're actually using this as a somewhat of a cover crop around the property. And the leaves itself is actually edible. And if you look here, the best part to harvest is usually the younger stem, the younger tips. So you could grab this part here, or grab the leaves individually. The purple colored ones are the best to harvest. The greener ones, not so much, but the purplish one. So this again is actually used for soup base as well. A lot of the traditional Filipino meals are soup based, and that's why a lot of these leaf bearing plants are edible. So we'll move forward here. So we got guys actually doing a bit of renovation. The property itself requires a lot of renovations, and we're slowly getting things restored and hopefully getting things better around this area. So we got our friend Mary Chu over there at the back there, setting our dirty kitchen up, and yeah, he's doing the plumbing portion right now. And right over here, this big tree. You'll notice there's a bunch of fruit as well, and if you come closer, you look over here. So if you notice all the yellow spots up there, that's the actual fruit of this tree, which is actually called Santol. So a lot of this tree, the fruit itself is ready to get harvested. Unfortunately, we're only able to harvest halfway of the tree right now because they're so high right now. That and the second challenge of it is there's a bunch of ants as well that climbs this tree. And if the minute that you start walking on their path, they start biting at you. So it's very hard right now, and we're probably gonna get someone harvest everything, but with a special tool later on. But very good tree, very good fruit. It has that sour taste, almost like those sour candies, where it starts off sour and becomes very sweet at the end. So we're actually going to make our way back at the back of the property right now. And so if we move over here, we got B-Boy helping us out as well. And then, so right over here is an actual papaya tree. One more favorite of Molly's. I, for myself, I have a bit of an allergic reaction to some of the fruits, and that's why unfortunately I can't have all the fruits, and it is what it is. But I'll try to gradually hopefully get my body accustomed to it. But papaya, right? So there's a bunch of small fruits here, and yeah, pretty cool, right? I for myself, as you guys know, I love plants, especially the vegetables, the fruits, and all that. But I never had the opportunity to have these growing in Canada because of the weather, right? So in the Philippines, we got all these, which is very exciting. So right over here, the next tree that we have is this whole thing here is a jackfruit tree, which is called a langka. There was an actual fruit here earlier, but unfortunately it fell off because of it got rotted. I don't know if I did something wrong. I was told to bag it, but when I bagged it, the whole thing just rotted. So maybe it just wasn't meant to be, but yeah, it is what it is. I still have so much to learn. Molly has to learn a bunch of stuff too. So if we move here, I'm just going to show you guys one fruit that's actually still alive, is right there. So this thing actually produces this type of fruit, and if you notice how big it is already, it's actually has the potential to grow twice the size still, right? So we're just gonna leave it as is. I'm very hesitant to bag this one because, again, the first one wasn't a success. If you look, I'll show you here. The fruit was actually sitting right there, and it just sort of fell off. Oh, and actually here is a new one growing, which is perfect. I hope you guys are still with me here because, yeah, if you notice, the property is fairly large. There's a lot of fruits, a lot of different types, and we still have more to show you guys. So if you're really enjoying this video, please make sure to subscribe. We have more things to show you guys in terms of our province life, and as we settle onto this property and start doing a bunch of different projects. Before we go ahead, I go ahead and show you the next fruiting tree that we have. I'm going to quickly show you guys this well that has been on the property for quite some time. So if you notice here, if you look over here, just to show you guys how long this property has been, if you notice this date here, it says here February 22, 1978. So this well has been here since that time. So you just imagine how long this thing has been just basically sitting and providing good water to the surroundings. It's pretty amazing. So let's just move over here. And guess what? One more tree over here. And this tree, very small tree, but it's actually producing a bunch of fruit already. And the fruit itself that it produces is called star apple. So some of the fruits have actually fallen. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get this, but it looks like this. But we normally harvest the fruit when it's a bit greener, not as yellow as this. If you look right here, this is where this fruit of the star apple starts actually. It starts off like this, produces flowers, and then starts creating star apples. So if you look up here, unfortunately this one's dried up, so this is a failed fruit. But if you really continue up there, you'll notice there's a bunch of them starting to grow. I'm just going to zoom in a bit for you guys here. So if you look over right over there, there's an actual star apple. We could actually harvest that one. And then there's a bunch more starting to grow right over there. Just hang in there, guys. We're almost done. We're just gonna make our way to the right over here, and we're almost done. So this tree, no one's harvested from it since. And if you look, these things can actually grow pretty tall. And as we move forward here, we got, you guys could probably guess it right now, a much bigger papaya tree. And this one is actually bearing much more fruit. Unfortunately, if you look on top, some of the fruits has dried out and it looks like it's not as productive. But again, now that we're here, we're gonna start improving the soil and seeing what we could do to make things grow better, tastier, and healthier. I think this is the last tree bearing fruit on the property. Yeah, so we got this tree here. So yes, this, just to confirm, this is a Chico tree. I'm gonna zoom in so that you guys can see right there at the edge there. So I think that's gonna conclude most of the fruit bearing trees on the property. As we move forward to the front of the house, the rest of this is all ornamental plants. See, in Canada, I'm quite sure these things don't grow as tall as this, but yeah, they're all ornamental plants, but look how tall they are. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Excuse the background. Yes, there are roosters, but welcome to the province life. But yeah, so we're gonna end our vlog here for today, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. So I guess until next time, bye.